just in a rare turn of events, we liked Raw better than SmackDown this week. I feel like SmackDown gave all of its creative juices to Raw and didn't leave themselves anything for SmackDown. Or it was just they didn't have enough time with the stuff that they had already announced to fill out the rest of the 2 hours of their show in an adequate way, like Raw did with its 3 hours.
Yeah, I don't know.
It wasn't a bad episode of SmackDown.
No, and this is a great moment because I can't remember the last time that I can recall where I've said, like, I've gone through Raw and SmackDown and I don't have anything I really want to openly complain about.
Yeah.
From either one of them.
Except maybe what happened at the beginning of SmackDown.
I mean, that's disappointing, but again, it's not something I'm like...
It's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, it's not something that I'm going to go out of my way to, like, diatribe over. Like.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, SmackDown was pretty plain and simple. We'll just start from the beginning and go...
It was a lot of the same thing as Raw was.
Yeah.
Which was Survivor Series is the... Everybody talk about nothing but Survivor Series. Let's do everything that's related to Survivor Series. Survivor Series is life. Yeah. Plus, SmackDown gets along way better than Raw does, though.
Yeah.
Because there was none of that whole, like, members of Raw's guys team was fighting members of the tag team.
Yeah.
It was all like, hey, y'all get your own segments.
Yeah, no, it's like the closest thing we got...
SmackDown, peace and love.
The closest thing we got to any type of turmoil was between the tag teams. It was because we had the pep talk with Booker T and the Fashion Police... And then Booker T putting the Fashion Police in their place. And then they all teamed up to go against Team Jabbar. And that was... I mean, that was like the closest thing other than the one-on-one match between Nikki and Carmella. But, yeah. So we'll start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Started with the Intercontinental title match.
Good match.
You know, it wasn't their best, but it was still...
Miz versus Dolph Ziggler.
Miz versus Dolph Ziggler, still solid.
All the same shtick as they normally pull.
Though, the ending... you know... I get it. You want to go heel versus face because you want people to like Sami Zayn. I understand that. But... I don't think people were going to be choosing Dolph Ziggler over Sami Zayn. But they'll definitely be choosing Sami Zayn over The Miz because The Miz is now the new Intercontinental Champion. Dolph Ziggler ended up going for a small package, and apparently Maurice has enough strength in one hand to roll over both Dolph Ziggler and The Miz, rolling Miz over, having Ziggler in the small package, and Ziggler loses the title.
Ironically, the only reason why Maurice knew what move was going on is because she's married to The Miz.
That was the best part of that match. Was that joke you just made. Congratulations. The Spirit Squad got super kicked. That was the only thing extra in the entirety of the match.
No spray cans.
Nope. No spray cans. No trickery with the ropes. No.
Even though Miz tried. The ref caught him.
Yeah, Miz tried, and then Miz did get a rope break at one point during a pin. But, yeah, it was simple. So now we're going to get Miz versus Sami Zayn.
My hopes for this is that by the time Survivor Series rolls around, that they add Dolph Ziggler and Rusev to it and make it a 4-way match.
Ooh.
Because all I think about now is like The Miz versus Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens versus Cesaro.
Yeah.
Intercontinental 4-way match.
Yeah.
I want them to do that, but now Rusev and Ziggler
and
instead
Miz,
of Owens and Cesaro.
I'd be okay with that. And by the way, condolences to Rusev. The reason he wasn't on Raw last night was because his grandma passed away. So him and Lana went over for the funeral. So.
Yeah, I'm glad she got to make her debut on Raw, though.
Yeah, during the Rusev family album. Yeah.
Yeah.
She got to make her one appearance. But yeah, so condolences to Rusev and his family. Then we had Alexa Bliss pleading her case as to why she deserves another shot against Becky Lynch.
And Shane McMahon's like, calm your tits.
It was Daniel Bryan.
Was it? Yeah, it was Daniel Bryan. But he's like, calm your tits.
Yeah.
You'll get it.
And Alexa Bliss went,
no!
no!
He's like, but after Survivor Series.
He's like, whatever, all this, project this towards Sunday and make this help us beat Raw. And she's like, okay, so I get a rematch. Okay, when? When am I going to get a rematch? And then we had Natalya come in and quote Chumbawamba, and Alexa Bliss couldn't take it and she walked away.
She couldn't even.
And Natalya apparently didn't know what a Chumbawamba was.
Is it a Pokemon?
I am surprised it's not. It might be. I don't know. I only know the first 150. So, then we had an interesting appearance from ONeill on SmackDown as he took on the...
Here's a guy who can't even get fucking booked on his show he's on.
But he can get a spot on SmackDown where he took on the guy who would challenge Brian Kendrick on Sunday for the Cruiserweight Championship in Callisto.
Yeah. Going from a guy who doesn't get booked on his own show versus going for facing a #1 contender for a title on SmackDown.
Yeah. ONeill beat the shit out of Callisto.
To be more specific, he threw a lot of European uppercuts at Callisto.
Yeah.
That was about it.
And then Callisto messed himself up by slipping off the second rope. And then got a couple more European uppercuts. Then ducked a clothesline and then hit Selena Del Sol. And he beat ONeill. Then, as we said, we had all the tag teams together. Heath Slater and Rhino got a motivational speaker for him to get him hyped up for Survivor Series. And it was the one and only King Booga, who started to read from a scroll before the Fashion Police came in, gave everybody a ticket. Then Ghetto Booker T came out and put Deputy Dango and Officer Breeze in their place. Told them to put on a goddamn Smackdown shirt and get ready for the match that they had later.
Yeah. By the way, that match was against the Ascension, the Vaudevillains, the Spirit Squad, and the Headbangers.
Team Jabbar. The highlight of this match, for me, was the fact that the stage turns into a giant swimming pool now when Heath Slater comes out, and I think that is fantastic.
He's got kids.
It was a house finish with Grand Amplitude on Thrasher for the win. So I have a feeling the SmackDown tag team is going to win, and it's going to be American Alpha, and probably the champions and American Alpha will be the sole survivors on the SmackDown side. That's my guess for the tag team bit. The only other match we had was Nikki Bella versus Carmella. Bella. Carmella. Good match, though.
Carmella versus Nikki Mella. Nikki Mella.
Oh.
Nikki Mella.
I have a headache now. You need to stop that.
Carmella Nikki Mella.
I like this match. This was a decent match between Carmella
and Nikki. It was good. It was, I'm going to say it right now, it's Carmella's best match since moving up to the main roster.
Yeah, no, she had some good work on Nikki's neck. Nikki was throwing some pretty good moves. She was on point with a lot of her stuff. But very much the same way we had the end of Raw last night. We had Charlotte walk down. She had bought herself a ticket and was going to sit front row and watch Nikki and Carmella destroy each other. So Nikki and Carmella end up on the outside. Carmella ends up going into the barricade. Nikki is standing there. Charlotte's yapping at her and telling her, "Yeah, go Nikki." And then Nikki's like, "Okay, I'm gonna go throw a forearm in your face." Then she dragged Charlotte over the barricade, which got her disqualified, or threw the match out, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. I think it's funnier to pretend that Nikki Bella got disqualified for attacking a fan who paid their hard-earned money to get a ticket to SmackDown Live.
You don't know what kind of job that woman works. She might have, that might be the only money she has, and she bought it to watch you.
Yeah, for real. She used to date Bram.
Yeah. Who's now teaming with Eddie Kingston and James Storm. So, things to look out for him, apparently.
Eddie Kingston's the oddball in that group.
Yeah, it's a little bit
real.
Yeah, he's the only one with a shaved head. And no, well, he's got a beard. Ish. He's got an ish beard. Anyway, back to women action. Charlotte gets tossed back in the ring. Nikki's just beating the shit out of her. And then all of a sudden, the entire...
A blur of purple shot across the ring.
As Sasha dove in, followed closely by Bayley and Dana
and Alicia
Fox.
But then not so closely by Nia Jax.
Yeah, in the corner was Nia Jax.
Who just seemed to materialize there.
Yeah, no, legit when it happened, I was like, wait, where's Nia Jax? And then they pan over and she's standing there. They throw Nikki into her and she just bowls over.
They threw Carmella at her.
They throw Carmella and she just bowls over Carmella. And then we get Becky and Naomi and Natty and Alexa Bliss all running down to make the save. We get a nice, good, long women's brawl. Nia ends up going face first into the barricade as Nikki pulls Becky out of the way. And then over on the other side, we get Naomi doing the springboard dive to the outside, taking out the other 4 members of the team by herself. Naomi was the MVP here. And then we get, the most unified... I don't even remember the last time this many women, even pretended to get along. Raw's backing up and they're all kind of, protecting each other, and SmackDown's in there fucking hyped as hell.
Nia Jax was taking a nap by the ring bell.
Yeah, Nia was the only one that didn't get back into the whole thing. She's still buried in barricade over in the timekeepers area.
I just want to imagine Natty was just down there blowing her whistle at her.
Talking shit with her whistle.
Wake up! Woo!
But yeah, so then we move on to our main event, which was the Cutting Edge.
Yeah, which didn't really have a fancy set or anything.
No, Edge got a black carpet, and he didn't get stools. He didn't get a logo. He got a logo up on the stage, but that was about it. There wasn't. He didn't have something like the Geratron 5000 or.
Mitch.
Or no Dean Ambrose plants, no nothing. He did a small little bit and then quickly brought out Team SmackDown.
Tony Chimel was there.
Yeah. To let us know that we were the rated R
superstar.
Yeah. You gotta have Tony Chimel. Anytime Edge shows up, it's in his contract.
Tony Chimel should have been a lot more active in the Edge and Christian show.
If they ever get a season 2.
Which,
according to WWE, will be in 4 years.
Yeah.
Because that's how WWE's show schedule works. We still have to get the other half of Camp WWE, the other half of Holy Foley, the rest of what apparently is season 2 now of Table for 3.
Didn't realize there were seasons there.
Yeah, no, I saw. The Comedy Gold was episode 3 of season 2. So. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to come out before we get another Edge and Christian show. But yeah, so then we get a less a less intense version of what we got last night, the face-off between the two teams, where Edge just kind of talked to each person that was involved.
Yeah.
Except for Dean Ambrose, he didn't actually say anything to Dean Ambrose. Because Dean Ambrose took the initiative to start talking trash to AJ, saying that once...
Because AJ called out Dean.
Yeah. Saying that once Survivor Series is over, he's coming after him because they have their title match in the TLC match at TLC. And then Shane tried to get in the middle of him, tried to back him up, and then how do you regain control when Team SmackDown's starting to hate each other?
Motherfucking Undertaker.
Bring out the Undertaker, who came out and said, guess what?
Which I'm going to go on to call him what they were trying to moniker as a nickname last year. The last gunslinger.
Yeah. Taking souls and digging holes, bro.
Was I the only one that got the feeling that Undertaker just announced that he's making like a full-time return?
Post in the comments if that's what you got. Like, for me, I was like, that would be so cool, but I don't see it happening.
Because he said that WrestleMania is no longer going to define who I am.
For me, I initially went, oh, that just means this is him just saying he's not going to be at WrestleMania 33. But then it kind of brings up, like...
But then he follows that up with, like, that I'm back, I'm the Undertaker, and I'm digging holes. Just taking souls and digging holes.
Yeah.
I'm just like, so does that mean you're, like, back?
Like...
Because, I mean, I'm going to be real. They were gearing towards this happening after WrestleMania this year.
You're right.
That was supposed to be a thing.
Because he ended up doing the tour that he ended up getting...
He started the European tour, and right after WrestleMania, him and Kane facing off against Bray Wyatt and Eric Rowan during most of the tour. But a few days in, Undertaker left.
Which, if you've seen the pictures of him with the crutches, we're assuming that he got a hip replacement or some sort of
a partial hip replacement is what I've heard.
And so that's why he was on the crutches. But I mean, he was walking around pretty damn good on SmackDown.
Yeah.
No, I mean, when has the Undertaker ever been one to like limp to the ring? I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, and he definitely, if there was any lasting residual effect from this, he wasn't showing it.
No, I mean he was in full Undertaker form. There was no he seemed like the way he was talking. He seemed more confident.
Undertaker.
Like he seemed more confident than he had in a while.
Yeah.
He didn't seem like he was searching for promo words. He was just being straight up Undertaker.
Even vocally, he sounded less like a confused redneck.
Yeah.
And more like the Undertaker.
Yeah, exactly. And so, we got on Raw that Stephanie is saying that the Raw guys are like fighting for their jobs. But the motivation on SmackDown side is if you fuck up, you have to deal with the Undertaker. Which I think is way scarier than losing my job on Raw.
I'm kind of hoping Team SmackDown loses.
Why? You just want the Undertaker to destroy all of them?
Because that's what that's going to be. Is like every week subsequently on SmackDown, you're going to see Undertaker versus Wyatt, Undertaker versus Orton, Undertaker versus Ambrose, Undertaker versus Styles, Hell in a Cell match between Undertaker and
James Ellsworth?
Yeah, James Ellsworth. And then Undertaker versus Shane McMahon in an arm wrestling match.
Wow. Undertaker and Shane took a drastic turn from their Hell in a Cell match earlier this year. Yeah, and followed that up with an arm wrestling match.
Well, they know they ain't
Dana Brooke?
They ain't ever going to do that ever again.
That's true.
And then he picked Hell in a Cell with Ellsworth because he knew that was going to be easy.
Yeah. And Ellsworth beats him.
All he's going to do is slam the door, and I think Ellsworth is going to faint.
You just start bringing the cell down, and Ellsworth's going to be like, no!
As soon as he shuts the door, Ellsworth just bumps. Lays there the whole time.
This is dead weight. Undertaker can't even pick him up.
He's just like,
pay me quick. Yeah, no, Undertaker got everyone to shut the fuck up and listen, and said, yeah, if you lose, you got to deal with me, and Raw better rest in peace.
Yeah, so guys, you better kill Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, otherwise it's your asses. Yeah.
There was a moment of surreality for me there, a moment of seeing something happening that was something in my brain that was I never thought I'd ever see.
What's that?
It was having AJ Styles and The Undertaker in the same ring at the same time.
Yeah, the two phenoms.
Yeah.
The Phenom and the Phenomenal One. Yeah. No, I didn't even make that connection, but yeah, that is...
Because that was one of the things, back in the day when I used to watch TNA, back when, AJ Styles was the top shit in TNA.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that'd be cool if he got to go over there and, fight The Undertaker. But I never thought I'd actually see them in the same ring at the same time.
Yeah. And then, and the whole segment made me think how cool of a match AJ Styles versus Edge would have been.
Yeah.
That would have been a killer WrestleMania match.
What about Edge versus Dean Ambrose?
Oh, hell yeah. It's like fantasy warfare.
just got real.
Fuck you. Yeah, that's Smackdown.
Yeah.
Like, in total. So, thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Click all the links down in the description. Send to all of our social medias. You can also click the SoundCloud link where you can listen to this, along with the indie news, raw review, and midweek wrap-up in podcast form.
Yeah, but you SoundClouders who are listening to this, you're going to have to come over here to the tube that starts with you, because we're going to have prediction videos.
Predictions.
Because we got TakeOver Toronto and Survivor Series.
Yep.
AKA WrestleMania 4.
Yep, where we're going to get an entire title tournament.
No, not that WrestleMania 4. I'm just saying.
Oh.
It's like the 4th WrestleMania
Okay.
of the year.
Never mind.
Because
we'll do that.
Royal Rumble is going to be WrestleMania 3.
Fuck.
They're going out of order because it's like WrestleMania 1, 2, 4, 3. We're just going in order of importance.
Oh, okay.
The way they like.
And starting with WrestleMania, then it's SummerSlam, then Survivor Series, then Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
I get it.
1, 2,
yeah.
4, 3.
Stop it, please. But anyway, yeah. No,
Yeah.
2 prediction videos this week.
Yeah, one of the things I heard that you'll get behind is I heard that after what they did this year, WWE is seriously considering knocking back the pay-per-view schedule. Not the times on the Big Four, but just the number of pay-per-views that they've been talking about having.
That's fine. I still could do without a 6-hour WrestleMania, though. Or a 4-hour everything else. But yeah.
4-hour Fastlane.
You only get predictions and videos. You also get extra videos if you go over to Reasonable Wrestling Fans. That's Reasonable with a W. Like wrestling. Thank you, Batman. Where you get unboxing videos, punishment videos, rant videos, reaction videos.
Where's the Joker?
Just chill out. Yeah, so speaking of punishment videos, because we have Toronto and Survivor Series coming up, post down in the comments what type of wager you'd like to see us make, what type of pain you'd like to see one of us in after losing said pay-per-view predictions. Let us know what you'd want to see, and we will see if we like them. If we do, we'll pick one and we'll give you a shout-out, and then you'll see that video pop up over on Reasonable Wrestling Fans. But for now, thanks for watching, and we'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.
Yeah. Fuck Mojo Riley. Fucker.
Put him against the Undertaker.
Hell yeah.
In Hell in a Cell.
Fuck yeah. And set him on fire.
Fuck you. Whoa.